Right? Grown man slapping a 12 and a half, 13-year-old kid, man. Knocked him down. And the next thing I know, I just had the gun pointed at him and just started pulling the trigger.
What up, loved ones? What it do? It's Spotty Young right here. You know where I'm from. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to this channel right here, just hit the subscribe button real quick and give it a like if you think it's cool, if you think it's real. You know what I mean? Trip game, man. Today, right now, I'm kicking it with big bro Natedogg 916 from Sacramento. You know, top off Suwu. We're just gonna chop it up and kick it. And my boy, he got something to say. He got a message for all of us. And thank you for coming to the show, bro. Tell us something about yourself.
Oh yeah, man. First of all, I appreciate you having me on the platform, bro. It's nothing. Anytime you call, you know I'm pulling up. It's easy math. Uh, for those of y'all don't know me, man, it's Natedogg 916. You already know what it is. I'm from Sacramento, California, man. And basically I had a pretty rough life, man. And for those of y'all who don't know, man, I started out my life of crime, shall we say, at about 12 and a half years old. And that's when I caught my first case. If anybody watched my videos or whatever, you already seen, I caught my first case for shooting somebody when I was 12 and a half years old in self-defense of my friend. It wasn't even I don't try to play like I didn't try to play like I was a tough guy or I was just a gangster or whatever. I just happened to have a pistol because of the neighborhood I lived in, Del Paso Heights, California, and some stuff went down, and I squeezed my eyes closed and squeezed the trigger at the same time, and luckily it stopped the man, and even luckily for me, it didn't kill him. But I went, did my little juvenile time. But I mean, basically, how I grew up, first of all, is like I grew up in the ghetto of Sacramento, and I grew up a single, the second child of four to a single white mother in a black neighborhood. You know what I mean? So it was like everything was rough from the time I was born. I don't even remember a time in my childhood where it was easy. It was always another work hard to get this or to get that or to get this. It was never like nothing was ever handed to us. If we wanted something, even my mom used to preach that if you want something, you got to go out and get it yourself because ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. So unfortunately, in the neighborhood I lived in, it was selling dope or jacking or whatever it may do, murder sprees, whatever it may be. You had to go do that to get money. So I fell right in line with everybody else like a sheep, and I turned up like pretty much from the time I was 12 and a half till I was 21 years old, and then that's when I caught the attempted murder that I ended up getting sentenced to 18 years in prison for.
Yeah. Wait, so during that time when you were 12 years old, that's when you shot somebody for self-defense, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't want to, we're not gonna get into like how is it self-defense and stuff like that. Some people can relate, some people is gonna judge,
No,
but
well, no. I can even explain it so they can have the whole explanation. That way, there's no question about it, right?
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't get charged for self-defense, but that's why I did it. I got charged for assault with a deadly weapon, but I was walking with a young white friend of mine. I'm half black, half white. I live in a black neighborhood, but it borders a white neighborhood. Like basically at that time, I'm 45 years old, homie. So back then, this was like a different time. So the neighborhood that it bordered was like pretty much a racist white neighborhood at that time. And we're walking, just two little kids basically, and this Caucasian gentleman jumps out the car and asks my friend, "What are you doing with this N word?" Right?
Oh, wait.
Right. Yeah. So my friend, he looks at him and he says, "Screw you. This is my buddy." Right? And he slapped my friend. Right? Grown man slapping a 12 and a half, 13-year-old kid, man. Knocked him down. And the next thing I know, I just had the gun pointed at him and just started pulling the trigger. And I felt like it was either do that or I was gonna be next. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I
Ah,
did.
shit.
I did what any hopefully, I did what a scared kid does in that situation. You either run, it's either the fight or flight mentality. You either run or you do something to stop the threat. So luckily for me, I had something to stop the threat that day.
Damn, I could relate, man. Just he came down the car and slapped your homeboy. What else is he gonna do to you? You
Yeah,
know.
exactly. If
Not,
you if you, if you feel like I'm the lower form of human and this
yeah,
guy is a cool form and you still slapped him like that, which
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I'll probably be hanging from a tree somewhere.
That's a lot of hate coming from that guy, man. What's up in the world, man? But yeah, I feel you, bro. So fast forward, you ended up
Yeah.
inevitably ended up doing time in the system and stuff like
Right.
that. So how did you manage to survive and do your time in the CDC, one of the worst prisons in the whole world?
Oh yeah, CDC. Once I got to CDC, like I said, um, I pretty much started my career at 12 and a half. You know what I mean? Not that I wanted to, but that's how it happened, right? So
Yeah,
uh so from 12 and a half till the time I ended up going to adult prison in California, it was in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Basically, like I get out. I, I didn't go out looking to get jobs or looking to be good. I went out looking for a sack and a pistol. Every time I got released, I just needed a sack of drugs and a gun to protect myself. Every time. And so over these years, I'm learning. I'm learning the streets. I'm learning, this gang life. I was a gang member, so I was banging this gang. You know what I mean? I'm doing all this stuff. So by the time I got to prison, it was like only one way to do it. And the only way to do my time was banging and doing it the hard way. You know what I mean? It's like when you talk, it's like when you teach a kid to do one thing all his life, that black and white don't seem so black and white no more. Like the black and white areas from like good and bad, it doesn't
yeah,
seem there's like a gray area. Um, I I grew up in a kind of neighborhood where it was crime everywhere. So crime, if you take a kid that never been around any crime from some suburb somewhere, yeah, a crime's gonna look horrible. Like, oh my God, you committed a crime. To me, seeing somebody get jumped on the street in front of me is like,
it's a normal program, huh?
I'm on my way to school, like it's nothing. So then when I ended up getting to prison, it's like OG told me when I first got there, I was in the county jail waiting to go. And he was like, brother, if you're going to prison, listen and listen good. Go in there, don't take no crap from nobody. The first person to say anything crazy to you, get on him and don't get off him until the police come get you. And just stand on your two. Don't never go backwards. Stand on your two. Whatever you stand on, stay standing on it. And that's what I did throughout my whole 17-year bid because I got out at 17 years of level 4 the whole time.
All right, so you almost maxed out in 18 years.
Yeah.
You got some time.
Yep.
While in, because by going by the code, right?
Well, yeah, it was like okay, so I got to Tracy, DVI, which is a reception center where they send everybody from my area to to that prison to decide where they're going to send you to see your affiliations, what type of education you got, what kind of family support you got. They check all this stuff in your file, and then they decide where they're going to send you from there. And if somebody says something reckless in the chow hall there to me, and
Yeah.
I'm just a young kid. I don't know what to do, so I get off. You know, it's not that I didn't know what to do. I knew what to do, and I did what from my mindset. What I should have did was get off. So
Yeah.
I got off on him. So they automatically labeled me as a troublemaker. You're like, oh, you a troublemaker. You like fighting, okay? And they sent me to High Desert. That was the first main line I hit was High Desert, and
Ah, damn, that was your first main line.
and anybody that know anything about California prisons, High Desert in 1997 was
Right.
popping.
Yeah.
It was popping. And hey, I just hit the ground running, homie. I'm not trying to say like I was such a screw up that they had no other choice, But since they put me in that position, I had no other choice. You know, that's the way I felt. Like I had no choice but to go hard because I wasn't gonna. It's you've been in California prisons, homie. You gonna stand and go hard, or you gonna be fooled. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And there wasn't no way I was gonna be fooled. Not on them level fours. You can't play with them level fours, man. You can't just I got a gang related crime, and I was a gang member since I was 12 and a half, 13 years old, but now I don't want to gang bang no more because I'm in prison. I don't work like that.
Yeah, yeah. So the story, I can relate to you, bro, because we both got out the prison as active, and we were there and folding and locking it up, and there's no justification, you know. Something.
No,
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about starting your time as a gang member, and then when you get in there, and then when shit gets hard, you want to fold and go to the protective custody and lock it up? That's not an option, right? That's not for real men,
no,
right?
that ain't no option at all. Not at all. Like if you with this shit, you gotta stay with this shit. When you want to quit, you can't come in there and it get rough and you tap. You gotta do your tour of duty, and once your tour of duty is over, then you can back up, do whatever you want to do. But finish your tour of duty, man. Don't go in there and when it pop off, go run out on your homeboys that been riding with you and go tell and go over there and live with child molesters and all. Nah, man.
You're looking up, bro. I just wanted to clear that up because some people they want to talk about us changing our lives when we got out the streets, but us being in the streets, it's not even the same while we're in prison. Streets and
Nah.
prison are not. So how can we? You know, we were there. We was fucking going all the way, and then now that we're out here, we're gonna change our life. People want to bring us down. You know.
What I did in prison does not dictate what I got to do out here and take care of my family. It wasn't my job while I was incarcerated to take care of my family. It was my job to make sure I lived and survived being in prison. And it was also kind of, if you take the same aspects, I still had to take care of my family because I had my homeboys and I had to have they back. So while I was in there, I rode with my homies. We rode, we handled our business, we did what we had to do. Now that I'm out, bro, I'm 45 years old, man. And I'm gonna say this to anybody watching: that if you don't like it, look me up, run my fingerprints. They gonna come back good every time. I ain't never ran. I ain't never been a sucker. I ain't never turned down no fades. Like anybody who wanted to get it, got it every time, unless they homeboys talked them out of it. And but to say that I'm supposed to have that same mindset after I did 17 years and came home, whoever would say something like that ain't never been to prison. You ain't
Yeah,
never did no prison time, not no real prison time, not no war time.
yeah. I feel you,
You've been
bro.
out here on the streets. You've been out here on the street. Whoever says stuff like that, they've been out here on the streets living off the fame of the stuff that we was doing in there.
Yeah, you know what? I feel you, bro, but you know, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Because some people, you want to talk about folding in there and then folding out here in the streets are the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? They don't really understand because they haven't
What?
walked in the yeah, bro.
No, no,
It's crazy.
no, no, no. No,
So,
sir. No,
yeah,
sir. First of
yeah,
all, I never folded. I elevated myself. First of all, let's be clear. Like folding for people who want to use stuff like that is when you go out. We don't do no folding. We don't do no going out. We don't run out on our people. I got out and I'm doing better. I'm creating another lane for my people so they can come home and have jobs and have someone to do and have somebody that's out here networking for them for when they come home. It what oh so these people from what it sounds like expect me to come out here and pick up that pistol and that sack again after 17 years, huh?
yeah. They don't know better and
Oh,
shit, man.
okay.
And
Yeah, all right.
I
But you
wanna, I, I wanna bring that up just to clarify a lot of fucking
yeah,
bullshit that you know
yeah,
that
if one of those people watching this video on Pade Young channel right now, I don't even want you to come over to my channel and watch my shit because you're not gonna like nothing you watch. I promise you.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say because we're doing our shit with integrity and
Yeah.
we're not over here fucking exposing whatever the fuck they exposing for views. But it's all good though. We're just doing
Yeah.
us one day time, man. As a changed man, I'm a changed man, man.
Yeah, I'm a very changed man. I'm
Yeah.
a dad, a father. I'm a father, a brother, a husband. That's my job now. You know what I mean? Am I from Del Paso Heights? Yeah, I'll always be from Del Paso Heights. But am I out there gang banging? Definitely not. Definitely not. Come
Hell
on,
yeah,
man.
hell yeah. So yeah,
And
man.
don't let this red fool you. This is my logo for my channel. This ain't no gang banging stuff.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? Natedogg 916 on YouTube. Y'all know what it is.
Real on the real. Yeah. Fucking so we can sit here and talk about prison stuff, racial
Right.
riots, stabbings, deaths, doing hardcore time solitary confinement in administrative segregation, special
Right.
handling unit, all that fucking crazy shit about
Yeah.
going by the code, like it or not. We can talk about that for hours, for days, for days. But already people, a lot of people, they already know about and hear about stuff like that already. We don't have to prove nothing to nobody because we've been there, done
Right.
that. Have you done that? Have they done that? That's the question. So
Yeah.
thing, let's just talk about, since is this, is the spirit of the holiday season coming in.
Right.
Let's talk about your experience during Christmas time, Christmas season. How do you feel about it? How did you
I mean,
celebrate Christmas?
okay, so I come from a big family, right? So
Yeah,
like the first couple of Christmases, it was like, yeah, I miss my family. You know what I mean? I wish I could be with my family right now. I know they at my grandma's house right now, and everybody's in the front room getting ready to go eat and unwrap presents. And my grandma used to always hand make like stockings for us and stuff. And the first couple of years, I ain't gonna lie, and I'm not gonna play like the super tough guy. I'll sit in my cell and be like, damn, I miss my team, man. I wish I was out there with them right now. But still keep my brain in here, in there. And but then after that, like I said, I did 17 years. After that first couple of years, bro, I just started looking forward to you remember the bags of candy they used to give us? They used to give us that plastic bag of candy, and then they give us one bag of candy, hard candy, and then they give us one bag of peanuts and like hazelnuts and stuff like that. They used to give us back like in 97, 98, 99. They used to give us that, and they used to come out and pass them out. But we started using them. We started using the candy to make wine, so they stopped giving it to us. But
Ah,
I
ah,
I started looking forward to that. That's what the holiday, that's what the holiday started meaning to me. Unfortunately, is like spreading with my homeboys. It's like I had to, in order to survive in there, bruh, for as long as I did, I really had to like turn most of the outside world off and not think about the outside world, because it was like right here in prison, when I'm in prison, I'm like, this is where I'm at. This is what I need to worry about. I don't need to be worried about what no female doing out there. I can't be worried about, unfortunately, I don't want to sound cold, but I couldn't be worried about what my kids is out there doing. I can't, because there's nothing I can do but stress myself out about that. You know what I mean? When I get back, all I can do is do my best to make it through here alive so I can get back and handle my business.
yeah, I feel you, man. Them things are out of your control, so there's really no point worrying about it. I feel you, bro. Yeah. So, out of 17 years, exactly how many Christmas did you spend inside that you experienced?
17.
17 times.
17. Yeah, I
uh,
did 17 Christmases.
uh,
Let me see. Let me make sure. No, I think it was 16 Christmases in 17 because I got out in June. So yeah, it was 16 Christmases. But I went in August. I went in August and I got out in a June. So I got that first Christmas. They had me for that first Christmas. And then yeah, 16 Christmases. Woo, that's a lot. Damn. Yeah, I
yeah,
don't even think about it. Like I try not to think about it, but because now it seems like honestly, since I've been out 6 years now, right? And it seems like some of that stuff just seems like it was a whole nother lifetime ago. Like I've sat with my wife, bruh, and I've been like, damn, I really did do 17 years in prison. Like straight. Like, wow, okay. Then I get up and get dressed and go to work. Like
like
a normal day.
nothing happened.
Like it's crazy. It's like I don't know. You've been to prison, so you can understand it a little more than people who've never been. But it's like when you home, it's like that's a whole different world, man. Like that, everything the way I walk, talk, the way you got to carry yourself all the time. It's like because I was a quiet dude in prison until it was time to go. You know what I mean? I just kick back. You see me on the bars or on the handball court or just doing some kind of exercise because you know every exercise is a form of preparation. You know what I mean? Whether it's sports or working out or whatever, it's always a consistent. That's the thing that people don't understand about prison is all of us are doing of all races are consistently preparing for if it go down, just in case. You know what I mean? People thinking, oh, you guys are bored. That's why you're working out. Nah, we working out so if it pop off, we can handle ourselves. You know?
Yeah.
It,
And
it,
for real. And to those who don't know, also, man, just because you've been in the pen doesn't mean you're this disciplined in the head. You know, because there's a lot of people in there, especially dolphins, or people that
yep.
are just lazy, they're depressed. They want to succumb to their feelings, and
Yes.
all they do is just be depressed every day. We stay away from those people. Those are negative
Yeah. Yeah.
energy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They can't hang out. We
yeah.
don't mess with Yeezys and lames.
It's like we get it. You're locked up. We're all locked up, but get your shit together, right? Just
Yeah,
get
you
this money.
here. Yeah, you here. Let's go. What we doing now? Like, come on, man. Turn that
Yeah,
TV off. Let's do some push-ups or some bag work. Or let's read a book. Let's do something. You know what I mean? Like I used to, all that sitting in your cell all day and just staring at the TV. Nah, nah, nah. Hell
yeah.
nah, man.
Hey,
I get phone calls every day. Man, I got a phone call today from one of my little bros that's still in there, sitting in there. Like, oh, they finna lock us down, bro. Okay, but what you been doing? I want to know what you've been doing positive. You study today? Did you work out? Is your mattress still rolled up? You know what I mean? Little stuff like that. I'm paying attention still. You know, you still gotta enrich your mind. People think that all we're doing is in there trying to kill each other. No, we stay ready for battle, but we pray for peace. Understand that. You know what
so,
I mean?
see, real quick on my case, right? I learned a lot, bro. I mean, people also that got a date like me, but I learned more from the people that are fucking that was there forever and shit, man. You know, lifers, homies, lifers, hellies. How did you
Yep.
feel about your lifers? Did you learn from them also?
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Most of my cellies. Well, after I had like I think I might have had maybe one or two cellies that weren't lifers. In 17 years, and I had a lot of
uh,
cellies, but
eh,
after that it was all lifers because them is like it seemed like them is the only people I could, like you said, I can learn. One, I can learn how to do time from. Two, I can learn shit about life. And three, they had that same mentality I had. Like when it was time to go, hey, I ain't. I had that lifer. Unfortunately, I had that lifer mentality. Like if some stuff came up, it was just like, all right, well, like you said when you talked about me on that one video, like if it was time to go do something, I'd rather do it than let somebody do something to my people. I'd rather just go ahead and handle it, man. Like I
eh,
just
I'm not even sure if they can all relate or understand what you're trying to say, man. But I feel you, bro. You know what I'm talking
yeah,
about?
it's like if I see a dude walking across the yard like I've done before, and I know that if this dude comes out, any of my people could be a victim. He not gonna rush me because I don't look like I'm a victim. And but let's believe people choose wisely when they know they got to get off a yard to attack people. They'll go
Yeah.
pick some little Christian dude walking on the track and get on him. They're not gonna get on the 6'3", 220-pound dude on the dip bars. They're not gonna go get at him. They're gonna go get at that little dude. So I look at it like, okay, it's part of my obligation to protect my community. You know what I mean? So I know you're a direct threat to my community. I might as well handle my business.
And what people and on that specific situation that we're talking about right now, you know damn well that you was already in A yard, and everybody knows A yard was the good yard in Pelican Bay
Yeah,
State. Knowing that you're gonna lose all that fucking luxury and privileges from A yard and end up in motherfucking the bullshit fucked up yard in B
yeah,
yard.
yeah.
You did what you did anyways, because it's the fucking code, man. It's the
Yeah,
principle.
it's certain rules. It's certain rule. I rather the word go out that I did that Then the word go out that I was right there, and he walked right by me, and I didn't do nothing.
Ah, okay. I feel you. I feel you. That's because you're Natedogg from 916. That's why.
Yeah, facts, facts,
But
big
yeah,
facts.
anywho, bro. Hey, man, I appreciate you, bro, coming to the show. Right now that we're out here just pretty much living life one day at a time and showing by
Facts.
example how good and disciplined we're doing. Um, what you want to share to the young gang members out there, man? That
I mean,
are
it's real easy. First and
yeah.
foremost, I can't tell you nothing because life will show you better than I can. But if you do want to listen to somebody who's been through that shit, take a second, man. Every time something happens, you don't have to react how you think you have to react. Think about shit before you do shit, man. Because 1 second, one mistake, one act of anger can put you in prison for the rest of your life, man. I promise
Oh,
you. I'm not here to preach to nobody. I'm telling you because I did it. I did it. And if you understand what I'm talking about and you hear something you like, man, come over to my channel. Of course, you already subscribed to the Homie Pade, you know what I mean? But come over to my channel, Natedogg 916 on YouTube and get a bar, man. But best believe that if you were like me when I was young, I can't tell you nothing. But if you are already watching the homie, maybe you are kind of smart. So, you know what I mean? Make better choices, man. Make better choices.
on the real, I appreciate you. I appreciate that shit, bro. Hey, good looking out. Guys, check the homie out, Natedogg 916 and shit, man. We got out as active because meaning like we didn't we didn't fucking bitch out of prison. Pretty much. Long story short. Thank you very
Yep.
much, bro. Uh, catch you guys later and shit, man. So
Well,
say what you mean and mean what you say, cause real recognize real, homeboy. I'm out of
right.
here. I'm going.
All right.